Hey guys, what's up? Coaching for the Soul, Thursdays at 3 has begun. If you're watching this live, hey, what's up? If you're watching this on my YouTube channel, please subscribe to the channel, like the videos, and leave a comment, even if it's just an emoji or hey Bill, because we need YouTube to use those algorithms to send Coaching for the Soul around the planet. Because it really needs a lot of coaching for the soul, right? So we'll see who pops on. It's going to be a pretty good day today. Also, if you want to donate, use the star at the, it should be on the video, okay? If you would like to donate on my YouTube or on my homepage, billhobart.com, use the donate tab on the homepage, okay? And doing readings still through August, 30 minutes, $85, and 60 minutes, $115. Until something happens to change that. So all month long. Lots of changes going on, okay? Lots of changes going on. So I'm trying to figure out why this is crooked. Yeah. Also the memberships, okay? I've had 3 people join the memberships in the last week. Thank you very much. And it is growing. So if you want structure, if you want open availability to me, I mean, people that just joined have called or texted me a number of times already. So it's wonderful. They're at their beginning point or their midpoint or their almost there point, and it's phenomenal. So billhobart.com, if you would like to have structured, real spiritual guidance. You know, if you like the show, you're going to really like it for you personally. So billhobart.com, come and join us. I just scheduled all of the Zoom meetings for the private Facebook group. We meet once a month, the third Wednesday of every month at 7 p.m. And I just scheduled all of those on the private Facebook page. And through December, doesn't mean things won't change. Okay, so again. My dog. Yeah. Lovely dog, isn't she? Hey, Robin. Yes. So yes. So if you're looking for guidance, if you're looking for that push, if you're looking for that accountability, if you're looking for a lot of information directly towards you, Chimes, come and join us, billhobart.com. There's 5 different levels, okay? If you're at the very tip and you want to do 15 minutes, awesome. If you want to do half an hour, awesome. If you're beginning off and you're not really sure what the deal is, I have people who do 15 minutes and then they jump to half an hour because you can always upgrade your membership. So that's what's so very, very important. You're not stuck at 15 minutes for a year, okay? You pay for the full year and I give you an extra month for free. So it's your incentive to join the memberships for sure. Join the memberships, find out what's going on. And find out how you need to get from point A to point Z in a shorter amount of time because energy is so fluid right now, okay? Energy is extremely fluid. Understanding this, energy is going at 1,000 times quantum leap, okay? I can tell you, I spend more days in 5D than I do in any other dimension, even when I'm trying to go someplace. And it is all because of their guidance. Their guidance is your guidance. Okay, so come and join us. billhobart.com. Okay, yeah, come over and see us. Stay a while. Like, I'll give you 13 months for the amount of 12. Yeah, you can split up your payments. It's all. It's very easy for people to join. You just have to decide if you want to do it or not. You know, if you're ready to come up here with us, right? Definitely. So we're going to talk about astrology first. Then we're going to talk about what we have to do to keep ourselves moving forward and how we have to structure that. Probably the only time I'll ever tell you structure, okay? Because you need to be pretty much unstructured to, again, job is fine. But when it comes to everything else, if you can possibly do it, it is totally about moving forward. You know, and getting really into it. So, first thing, Mercury retrograde goes until the 11th, okay? of August, because we're on the last day of August, last day of July. So we got about another 2 weeks, okay? It's going to start winding down. We were in the heart of it this week, okay? No, I don't know if anybody felt it, but I felt a little bit of it. I didn't feel like it would normally feel. Why? Because dog bark. She's chasing the UPS man. That's what she does. Or it might be the Amazon driver. Well, there she goes, around the corner to the other bedroom. So that's what she does. It's pretty annoying. Anyway, so yeah, so we're going to talk about the astrology things. Like I said, Mercury retrograde is in its final 2 weeks. Okay, things are going to get easier. Okay, and I want you to notice what bothers you. I want you to notice what bothers you. Okay, because those are the things that we have to work on, right? Those are the things wherever Mercury's at in your birth chart, PamGregory.com if you don't have it already, okay? Because your birth chart will lead you much higher in 5D than you ever thought possible. Why? Because you have a tool to tell you where the retrogrades are at in your life. Which part of the 12 houses, because there's 12 months, they all mean something different. But they're all connected in the same pie. So it is very important that you get your birth chart if you don't have it, all right? And print it out. Don't play around and okay, I can look. No. You got to print that thing out or have it on your computer so you can pull it up like that, okay? I like mine printed out. I'm old school because I can grab it and pull it up. Okay, if I got to talk to somebody or I'm talking about somebody, whatever, to somebody, I can pull it out without having to go onto my laptop and actually find it. I'm gonna go bring the dog in. Okay, I'll be right back. You're in the house. Get over there. Get over there. You're done. You're done till Daddy. You're done till Daddy's done. Nope. Okay, so get him on the couch and hang out. Yep, hang out, sister. Yeah, that's the way it is. You can't bark you can't bark at the trucks, girl. You can't do that. We've been working on that for a year and a half. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So anyway, thanks for that. Okay, so Mercury retrograde ends on the 11th. It has a 10-day shadow, okay, which means it pretty much disappears from our energy. That's what it is energy, okay? And it is the planet of communication. Okay, so don't buy a house, don't buy a car, don't buy a boat, don't buy anything big, okay, that you have to sign for, all right, unless you have to. And if you have to do that, then it's all about having a lawyer look at it or having someone look at it because there will be things in there that you did not know are there, okay? I learned something this week and I posted on my Bill Clairvoyant Facebook page that when you buy a car, you're looking at the price. You want the best price, but they're making a ton of money on the freaking financing because of financing. They can make it higher than it actually needs to be, and you're not the wiser. Haha. Even if you look at your credit score, right? Unless you have a perfect, wonderful credit score, God bless you if you do. But humans make mistakes. And they can add a point or two on their interest rate just to make themselves $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 on your car. Okay, so they'll give you $2,000 off your car, but they know you got to finance that thing, and they're going to get it back on that bit way more, maybe double, maybe even triple when you finance the car. If you're going to buy a car, kind of another little hint, buy the car with financing, and if you're going to pay cash, make 1 or 2 payments, and then pay that baby off. That's what I'm doing from now on, plain and simple. I never even thought about that. Never even thought about it, right? But Spirit brought it to me on a Facebook reel. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe it was on YouTube. I'm not sure. But I posted it on my Bill Clairvoyant Facebook page. Another tip, okay? So, Venus is now in Cancer with Jupiter. With Jupiter. Jupiter, the planet of expansion. The planet of what you want, ask for it. And Venus is loving money. So I'm telling you guys, for the next, till the 28th of August, okay? If you're not using that aspect to better yourself, to get what the frickin' want, Give up. Give up. Because guess what? Just like Spirit said in January, set your intentions, right? Set your intentions for July. Well, what do we see in July? I've talked to people this past week who have gotten 3 out of their 4 things. 3 out of 4. Bonus. Because they're doing the work. They're doing the work. They're doing the guided meditations. They're talking out loud, right? They're doing their thing. They're doing their thing. Now we've got love and money, Venus, going to go into Cancer, which is I love everybody and everybody deserves a car, like Oprah. Get on it. If you didn't get what you wanted by today in 7 months, okay, then it's time to say, hey, I set this intention, I set these intentions, blah, 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 blah. Where are they? And you can do that even if you've only done half the work. Remind them what you want. Not what you need, but what you want. Now's the time to do that. Now is the time to do that. This has not happened in over 120 years. Okay? Not in our lifetime. Had these 2 planets been in Cancer at the same time, working together to bring us everything that we want. Money should be flowing. Love should be flowing. New love should be flowing. Mercury retrograde's waning, right? So watch what you say, watch what you do, right? Just watch what you say. Pay attention to what you're saying before you say it. But it'll happen less and less unless you are not paying attention, chimes, to where Mercury is in your birth chart, which house it's in. Because that's the house is going to drive home, baby. It's going to drive it home. Going to drive it home. Because it is in the sign of, I just lost it, hang on. It's not an Aries. It might be in Gemini. I can't believe that went out of my brain. But anyway, wherever Aries is, or wherever Mercury is at in your birth chart, it is super, super, super important to understand. It can save you a lot of grief. Any of the retrograde planets, okay? It is absolutely will save you so much BS, so much worry, so much everything, because you know what it's focused on, okay? In the sign of Aries, Uranus is in Aries, Neptune's in Aries retrograde. So is Saturn. Saturn is structure, okay? It's the ruler of Capricorn and Aquarius. The old ruler of Aquarius now is Uranus, okay? So the boundaries are down. All of our boundaries are down. That's why Venus being with Jupiter in Cancer allows you everything that you want. You just have to ask for it out loud and believe that you deserve it. Believe that you deserve it. So many people will say with ego, maybe I'll get it. Well, if you're doing that, you're not telling, most people don't tell anybody. They tell me, well, Bill, I really don't believe that that's kind of the way it works. Okay. I'm getting I've already gotten what I want, and I'm on my way to getting more. So it's just, you have to believe in the system that everything up here matches our energy. In fact, my sister texted me this morning, and she woke up in a grumpy, grappy mood, right? I did one of those meditations you sent me, and oh my God, I feel totally brand new. Exactly. Takes the energy away from your body. She was hoping that my nephew would do it because his car broke down yesterday and he couldn't go to work. So he lost a day. Yeah. He's getting ready to, he's still paying on his engagement ring for his girlfriend that he gave to her in July. Right? So it's all about that. It is all about that. Understanding The guided meditations work with your energy. They work with your sight. They work with your psyche. When you are in a better place energetically, you are more apt to believe what I'm telling you about your spirit guides and guardian angels. They'll bring you everything that you want if you believe it. Again, how many times have I posted on my Facebook pages? You got to believe it to receive it. You have to. And I got that in freaking 2015, right? Did I engage in that? No. I've been in third dimension for over 12,000 years. In this lifetime, I was 50 years at that time. More than 50 years. So they understand. They just need you to practice the practice, right? And there's days when you're in that space that doesn't work for you. That's fine. That's fine. But could you have done a guided meditation in the morning before you went to work because you felt like that when you got out of bed? Probably so. I've had people, females, who actually do it in the bathroom before they take their shower. They got the buds in, It could be they're going to the bathroom, whatever, right? If they have a husband or kids or whatever, right? Because they don't want them to know what they're doing. Because they're not ready to show that part of themselves. So it is very, very important, everybody, that if you want something, it's going to come to you. But you have to believe that it's yours already. Got to believe that. And it's the hardest thing you'll ever, ever, ever do. You will ever do. But if I can do it, the old Capricorn Aquarius, who doesn't believe anything unless it's real, I need to see it. I need to see it, Spirit. Well, they know I need to see it. But guess what? I feel it. I feel it in my energy because I'm spending most days in 5D. Again, getting to know yourself. Getting to know yourself is so super, super important. Super, super important. That spending time with yourself outside, spending time with yourself by the water, spending time with yourself doing a meditation, spending time with yourself away from everything and everybody if you can. And also really, really, really working on that emotional part of yourself. Because we're all effed up. We're all screwed up. And understanding that this lifetime, we have to clear all the karma from our past lives in 12,000 years or more. We signed the freaking contract, everybody. And you can't get out of it. If you want to be miserable, then stop trying to find what you want. Stop trying to find what you want and let it come to you. But do you have the energy that's going to allow it to get to you? Some people don't. They don't. Because they're more negative, and negativity is hurt. It's hurt. Well, you got to work on it here with guided meditations, possibly therapy. I've had 13 years of therapy in the early 2000s. It saved my life because I had no idea what the fuck was going on up here. I did not know who I was. Didn't have any idea who I was. That was fucking batshit crazy. No, I wasn't batshit crazy, right? That's the way that we discover who we are. Our timeline is just that. Our timeline is getting ourselves to understand right place, right time. And that I have to heal myself. Even when you've lost somebody, in a marriage, in a passing, a friend, whoever, right? If you cared about that person and you love them, which usually we do, we have to understand that my job is to heal that part of myself. And Spirit will let you have a pity party for half an hour. Sure, go ahead and do that. Cry, whine, whatever. But egos, let's do this for months. Let's do this for months. I can't get over. Once I do, no. Once you do what? Once you do what? Once the will is settled, okay, well, good luck with that, because that could be years. No, it'll be like in 6 months. Okay, so you're willing to suffer for 6 more months? Really? That's the way that I can heal. Really? Your ego has led you to believe that what you have to do is absolutely suffer for 6, 8, 10 more months. And then I'll start my program. Really? Doesn't work like that. Weight loss doesn't work like that. Quitting smoking doesn't work like that. Quitting drinking doesn't work like that. getting into your spiritual self and doing the work and focusing on you, you can do that when you are in a space of WTF. Of course you can. But you have to understand and focus on when I'm doing my meditations that make me feel good, that I allow as much as I possibly can to be released from my body during the guided meditation. And then be grateful after the meditation of how good you feel. I feel fantastic. I feel fantastic because you have to breathe in the meditation. You have to breathe in deeply, elongate your exhale. You got to get lightheaded, you know? And as you do that, as you do more and more meditations on a 2-3 week basis, right? 2-3 a week basis, your breathing can settle and you can go into 5D in a matter of 5 minutes, if not sooner. By a little bit of breathing at the beginning, and then you can slow your breath, and what the meditation is telling you, and you're hearing it, and your soul understands it, it raises your vibration. That's what's going on now. How bad do you want it? How bad do you want to change your life? How bad do you want happiness? How bad do you want a person in your life who loves you unconditionally? Well, guys, that's in 5D. It ain't in 4D, it ain't in 3D, it's in 5D. He or she is waiting for you there. Because third dimension, most people have not done their work. And that may be attractive to your little kid inside. Ooh, been there, freaking done that. No. That little boy, that little girl absolutely is the worst thing to listen to when you feel, oh my God, Bill, I feel he's the one. Really? Good luck with that. Because he's not the one. Neither is he, because they're all third dimensional people. Well, they're doing their work. Okay. See them when they've done it. Because what you don't need is somebody who you have to take care of. Somebody who you have to motivate. Somebody who you have to take care of. Somebody who you have to watch over. Somebody that you have to motivate. Somebody that you have to take care of. Somebody that you have to have children with. No. Hear them chimes? No. That's not the party that you belong to. If you're watching this show, for sure. It's about us understanding that using every tool that we have in raising our vibration and keeping it there and allowing it to happen on their time, not on my time, right? It happens to me automatically. Am I grateful? I never thought I would feel the way that I feel today. And I've said that before. I never ever thought I could be this person, right? But I'm an MF, and I am. And I will battle spirit crazy sometimes in my past. No, I don't think that's right. No, I don't think that's right. No, I don't think that's right. And we're going to let you sit there. Going to let you sit there. Okay. Now I get it. Now I get it. Now I get it. Again, right place, right time. So it is making sure that we have our daily practices in place, and that once you learn a meditation, you get another meditation on YouTube. Spirit, I need you to bring me a new meditation. Have them put it in your YouTube feed. And if you don't have a YouTube feed, you are 15 feet behind. Let them do the work for you. Let them bring you what you need, allowing them to do that. So many people do not. But I have to find more meditations. No, you don't. Let them bring them to you. Well, you know what? I blah, 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 blah. Okay. I want a certain kind. Don't you think they know what you want, what you need? I think so. They've been with you for thousands of years. Know how you died and what the life that you had over thousands of years. And now they're with you at the pinnacle of letting all that stuff go from over 12,000 years of lifetimes. I think they know you better than you know yourself. But you're talking to me in ego. Right? And it's normally because you don't want to commit. You don't want to commit. And will they let you stagnate? Of course they will. until you finally go, oh my God, I'm so angry, I'm so PO'd, nothing comes my way, I never get what I want. Okay. Because you're trying to do it all by yourself. I've had people last weekend. I talked to 2 people on the weekend. Stop. Stop trying to find. Stop trying to control. Stop trying to maneuver. Been there, done that, guys. I'm the freaking poster child for all that crap. All of it. And I proudly say that because I persevered. But I know that, would I like to go through that again over the last 10 years? Oh, hell to the no. Oh, hell to the no. With the people in my life? Oh, hell to the no. Bye. Don't want to do that ever. Don't want to do that ever again. And it's not a rite of passage. It is the fact that the human did not accept the situation in 3D, which was before 2020. Okay? How bad do you want it? How bad? I wanted it really bad, but I didn't want to do it their way until they absolutely just crushed me being with my ex. No. I'm not doing that ever again. Right? And then clearing the way with other people out of my way to my 5th dimension and higher lifestyle. It's coming. Coming for all of us. But you have to believe in what they're trying to tell you. You have to believe that you're doing it for you. You're working on yourself. And they're kind of helping you work on yourself, right? If you're open to whatever's going on and you're talking to them about it, right? Let them help you. There's no shame in that. Because if you think you're angelic, oh, no. You're a muggle. You're a muggle. We're all muggles at some point in time. Half-blood maybe when we're halfway there. Wizard, I don't think any of us will ever be wizards. Because that's them. They're the wizards. We're just doing it the way that they're guiding us to do it and not fighting it. Allowing it to come to us. You guys have heard me a bunch of times talk about flow. You have to flow. You have got to understand that the flowing, it's like the ocean, right? Have you ever gone to pick up shells on the beach in the morning? After the tide? After 2 tides? The nighttime tide on this. There's all kinds of cool shells. But you go after the tide in the middle of the afternoon, let's say at 2:30, there's no shells. There's no shells. Doesn't look like that. Yeah. See? So they're gifting you shells in the morning because you're walking on the beach at 7 a.m. Yeah. That's the way that it works, right? And you get all these cool shells that you haven't seen before. Well, that's because you're divinely guided to pick up the shells in the morning time because you woke up and went, I think I want to go on the beach and look and check out shells. Yeah. That's them. That's them. If you listen to it, or if you roll over in bed, go, no, you know what, I don't feel like, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Because you're going to wish that you did on the last 2 days or whatever it is, and you're down there in the morning because you got the message 4 days before to do it, there's no shells. Understand, they're bringing it for you, no one else. Is there people that may have the same message? Possibly. But probably not in the same place. Understand that you're divinely guided if you allow it. And that's the key. Listening to them direct you. And you may think it's you. I had a really good idea. No, you didn't. They gave you that idea. They run your life. Trust me, it's the best thing going if you pay attention. If you pay attention. Because that's what it's about. Is completely going into surrender and understanding the things that you have to do in the daytime, other than your 3rd dimensional stuff, right? Because you live in 3D. It's about guided meditation every other day. And if you can handle every day, okay. But you have to have time enough for your body to recalibrate itself after it takes that energy off your body and out of the inside of your body to raise your vibration, because now you're lighter weight. So at the beginning, when you're doing meditations for the first time, you don't want to do them every day. You're not allowing yourself to rest. You have to allow yourself to rest. With all of the energy that's moving at 1,000 times quantum leap, everybody's exhausted every single morning. Why? Because they're working on us all night. I know they're me. Dreams get funky, and then there's no dreams at all. There's no dreams at all because they're working on you. They shut that part of yourself down. There's no dreams. I have months of no dreams. And it's just because they're working on me. Because they know where I need to be at the right place at the right time. Like all of us. Like all of us. They've got the answers, guys. They've got our soul journey. They know exactly the right place at the right time. You have to believe it to receive it. They're doing it for you. They're also doing it to put you in a higher dimensional energy where you get everything that you want. And once you have everything that you want to do for other people. And that's the point. That's the point. Being that person of service, right? And as we go further and further and further towards 2030, things are going to really start to freaking upside down and all around. Again, Spirit has said this months ago, year ago, whatever. You're going to see things that you never thought you'd see before. You're going to see things that you never thought you'd see in our government, in our country. Yeah. It's like it's freaking 1950 again. The crooks are in charge of everything. Everything. And they're stealing it left and right. They're just robbing blind, taking all millions and billions of dollars. Our job, again, mission impossible, if you accept it, is to raise our vibration so that we're the group of energy that changes that. That changes that. Because 300 and whatever million people in the United States need somebody to follow. Need somebody to let them know what's going on. That's the deal. That's the deal. You're the messenger. You will soon be the messenger from your spirit guides, which are all on the same page. That's the cool thing. No one really says anything different because it's all about what we're guided to say and do. And if you're looking for a voice to tell you, no, it's not the way it works. Not the way it works. It can in conversation, right? But sometimes it is and sometimes it isn't. I've learned that. I've told you guys I've learned that. I've told you guys a lot of the times, the people who want to hear the voice, and it's not a third dimensional thing. It's a fifth dimensional and higher thing. 5, 6, 7, 12, who knows, right? Is being connected to the energy that you receive as energy, and you clear channel it out of your mouth to yourself, or you have the conversation with them like they're actually here, only you don't hear usually questions and think, no, they give you the answers. Give you the answers. And I will say this because I've said this before. 9 years ago, when I'm walking through my apartment complex in August, and Spirit says, our address is divisible by 3. I'm like, okay, what does that mean? I had no idea about numerology 10 years ago. I'm like, great, I live at 3369. It's the luckiest number you can actually have. It's 369. And I got it from them, my apartment. I didn't know what this apartment was. I had no idea what it was going to do for me, right? They knew 369. I live at 3369. Do I understand now what Spirit was saying? Yeah, I do. So when you have those short conversations, right? Again, I've been in Clairvoyant since I was 8 years old, right? So for me, the voice in my head is sporadic. It's not anything. They lead me without saying. Right place, right time. Right? Yeah. But when they give you those clues every once in a while of, did you know that blah, 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 blah? No. Mm-mm. I've told another story where probably before the pandemic, so it's been 5 years, walking through my complex, again, in August, it's the month, okay? And Spirit saying, okay, you just got back from a talking engagement on the mainland, you've been home for a couple of days, I'm sitting in my office, in the house on Maui, and he says, okay, the $25,000 that they just paid you just dropped in your bank account. You're sitting in your house, your office on Maui, in Kihei. I said, okay. Now the $25,000 just dropped. Are you going to spend it? Well, if I'm sitting in my house, obviously I got money. I said, so I probably don't need anything. He goes, but if something happened, would you spend that money on something that you want? And I'm like, I think I would. He goes, Bill, no, you wouldn't. Because at this point in time, Bill, you don't believe that the money there is going to replenish itself when you spend it. You're going to keep it and you're going to hold it. And you're going to be like, okay, now I'm secure. He goes, Bill, you're not going to be secure with $25,000 or more. 100, again, could be $1 million in the bank. I have a brother that's got $1 million in the bank, and he's insecure as hell at 69, going to be 70 years old. Oh my God, come on, dude. You know, you're going to leave it to your ungrateful kids? Okay, great. Do that. Well, you're not doing anything with it. Just in case, Bill, just in case. Well, just in case, you could die tomorrow, brother. I said that a couple times to him. I could die today, right? I'll die happy because I spent my money. So the difference between before the pandemic for me in 2019, right, to now is if they drop $25,000 in my bank account because I just got back from a all expenses paid trip to the mainland, right? To have a conversation for an afternoon or whatever it is about them, right? Telling people about it. Maybe it has to do with one of the books I'm going to channel. I don't know, right? I would spend that $25,000 in a freaking minute. Yeah. But do I need anything? Not really. But do you want something? Well, I would like that. I do want that. Then buy it. There is no fear in me when it comes to money any longer. I have undone that curse. I've undone that curse. Example. I'm giving you guys these examples so that you know it's true because it comes from me. Okay? Is that having $300 in my bank account, right? And needing to pay things, well, Daisy's spa, right? It is $135 every 3 weeks to get her bathed and cut because she needs a certain shampoo and she needs to, again, she's very particular on what her body is going to deal with. Hence why she's my child, why she's my child, right? Because I'm kind of the same way, kind of bougie. So thought about that. And as soon as I thought about that, Spirit said to me, through me, and I said, Bill, no, we're not doing, no, Bill, we're not doing that. Because my heart tensed up. Like, oh my God, I don't have. No. And somebody bought a membership that day. That's the way it works. Ancient money is coming to all of us, everybody. Your ancient money is coming for all of us. Money that you put away centuries, thousands of years ago for right now. But you got to be up here to receive it. And you've got to be in a place where you are cool with receiving it. Because they're not going to bring it to you if you don't have the right energy. We're talking 5D, guys. We're talking what we have to do to allow ourselves to go in ascension. Understanding what's going on with our bodies. Everything's going on with our bodies. Everything is, right? This, that, the other thing. And the doctors can't find anything wrong with you because you're not crazy. It's just you're feeling what they need you to feel, and that is loss of. Loss of. Yeah. I said to somebody, I think it was last week, that I know this for a fact, and that when you are getting ready to start anew, you feel like your old self is dying. Kind of like when people turn 30 or 40 and they go, oh my God, midlife crisis. Oh my God, I'm not where I thought I would be. Oh my God, that is the same thing. It's fear, right? Ego, that's ego. That's ego, fear. Death of your past, of this lifetime, which I've already done once. Okay, I saw my body laying on my living room floor one day years ago after listening to a song on my iPad. Well, Bill, that's just, you just died, blah, 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 blah. Okay, this is probably in the last 2 years, 3 years. Well, this past weekend, because I felt it all last week, I felt like I was going to die. And I was thinking, okay, I have to call Lee to see if something happens to me, that he'll take Daisy. Because there's no one, all my friends have cats, and they don't like dogs. And I'm thinking, okay, the only one who does is him, because I don't want her to go into a shelter. No. Not at all, right? And then Spirit says to me, well, Bill, you don't have to do that. And me being, again, this still third dimensional, right? Well, Spirit, I'll just do that just in case. He goes, did you just hear what you said? I said, oh my God, I can't believe I thought that. Because we think things that we don't say out loud. I'm talking to my spirit guides, right? And I say it out loud, I go, oh shit, that's not right, because I'm not going anywhere. We're moving together. I'm not dying, but this part of me is gone. I mean, I just look at the difference from 2020 in what I no longer have to deal with, what I no longer have to understand, because I get it. I get it. Job's gone. 11 years now. Last month, right? Lee's gone. Almost 2 years. Bailey's gone. Almost 2 years. Over 2 years, right? Other people are gone. Friends, again, people that I know. Not that I've even pushed anybody away. They've just moved away, right? Some people that I appreciated, that I was done with. And as all that stuff happened in the last 2 years, I get, Bill, every blockage is gone. It's been removed. You have a clear path to Maui. Clear path, Bill. Clear path. And I'm like, whoa. And I'm like, I can see that. Because that's all third dimensional stuff that they moved out of the way for me as I finished my third dimensional stuff. That is amazing. All of you have the same thing coming up. And when you get to that point, because you've done your work, you're going to be like, oh my freaking God, I cannot believe that this is for me. We're all divinely guided. If you're watching this program, you are definitely divinely guided, right? And that's what it's about. You found this tribe for a reason. Not me. I started the program hoping to attract the tribe, which I have done. Because my guidance from them becomes guidance for you. That's what this program's about. Chimes. See? I've always been the teacher. Always. When I was 8 years old, I was the teacher, right? That's the way it's always been. I came that way. All you did too. You just don't know it yet. Because you've chosen not to focus. You've chosen to, and if you did focus, you were focused on the bad stuff, not the good stuff. Bill, my life is so. Okay, so change it. Well, how do I do that? It's easy. Do some guided meditations every other day. Get yourself in that meditation space. Love yourself. How many times a day have you told yourself that you loved yourself? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? How many times? Have you put people on notice I'm not going to take your junk anymore? Have you told your sister that the way that she makes you feel? My sister and I had that in 2017. Yeah. If not before. I think it was the second time. Yeah. Boundaries, because most of us have been gophers. We take care of people, hoping that others will take care of us. Doesn't work like that. We all know that, right? We got to take care of ourselves. We have to know who we are. We have to spend time with ourselves and understand that it's our responsibility to do that. We have the tools to do that. Not somebody else's responsibility to love me the way I want to be loved. No. It's what I bring to the table in that, where I have boundaries and where I have boundaries, and I understand who I am and what I need from the other person. It's this much. Because no one is going to give you what you need. It's your job. It's your job. If you want to be pampered, if you think that they should be all about you because you've been for everybody else your entire lifetime, good luck with that, because it's not going to happen. Because you're going to stay in 3D. You're not going to be able to raise your vibration into 5. If you believe that. I want him to take care of me. I want her to take care of me, and blah, 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 blah. And good luck with that. Good luck with that. Because it's a partnership in 5D and higher. They've done their work, you've done your work, and you meet in the middle. Yeah. That's what their job is. They work for you. You're the talent, they're the booker. You got to get that in your head, in your heart. That this is what I'm worth. I'm the talent in this program. They are the booker. So what do I expect from them? First off, I got to tell them in a non-egotistical way, where ego's all inside your body going, no, not that. That don't get you nowhere. Trust me. The angry Capricorn Aquarius, oh my gosh. The authority figure, the monster. That was me. So all of us have that inside of us when we get pissed off. Unless you internalize it, and one day that bomb is going to burst and be like, oh my God, I feel so grateful. I feel so grateful. It just exploded, Bill. Good. That means you're standing up for yourself. Self-preservation has kicked in. And that's what it's about, is absolutely getting to the point where you understand that no one's going to do for you that you got to do for yourself. They're your companion and your friend and your, not soulmate, the connection to higher dimensional energy, because you go together. And if you want anybody else who triggers your little kid inside, good luck with that freaking crazy, emotional. I know. I'm not going to say what they said, but it's a bag of, yeah. Because you haven't learned yet, right? That you don't get to choose the person, the people. You don't. And if you're not in that energy, you ain't should be dating. Not Ohio. Right? It's about you being good with yourself, being able to be by yourself, being able to understand yourself, being able to really get inside yourself and really know who you are as your vibration goes up. Because that's what the deal is. That's truly what the deal is. And me, I'm all about getting there. Used to be on my time. It's their time. I'm doing everything that I possibly can to keep it high. Keep it high. Does it happen all the time? No. Because I'm human. We're still living in 3D. But our responsibility is to ourselves. And then your kids, and then your husband, or whoever. Yeah. Yeah. Because if you're not okay with everything, they have nobody to follow. Because kids follow their moms. So do their husbands. In a straight relationship, that's exactly what it is. In any other type of relationship, gays, like gay men, lesbians, things like that, it's whoever is the one who has the most feminine energy. They're the ones that they're going to follow because they need to be nurtured. I'm both. Capricorn. I'm a chameleon. I can be whoever you want me to be at the time so that we keep moving. Yeah. My glasses keep falling down. That's us. So it is so very, very important that we revisited this today because the energy that's coming up is all abundance. It is all abundance for the next 2 months, maybe 3 months, right? That's what it's about. Is it taking advantage of the energy from the planets being in these places in our birth chart of bringing us whatever we freaking want. And so many people, including myself in the past, did not use it to our advantage. We were stuck in a loop of egotistical, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. But if I could, I'll do it later. When all this goes away, oh my gosh, when I clear all this, no. If you do your work every day, every other day, let's say, but you're talking to your spirit guides all day long, whatever, right? With anything, no, I only ask them for this. Why? They know what you need to ask, but you have to voice it for them to do it for you. They will not do anything that you do not ask for. They can't. The law says they can't. The agreement with them is this. You have to ask for what you want. Because they can't bring it to you if you don't. And if you don't think you deserve, if you don't want to talk out loud because you think it sounds goofy or whatever, well, that's ego. Ego will do everything possible to stop you from moving forward. Hey, Amy. Hey, Sue. It will do anything to stop you from moving forward. That's what it is. Yeah. Because it knows that if you go towards this energy, that it doesn't know what it is, it's afraid it's going to die. It's going to. You're not. Get into higher dimensional energy. Everything that you want is there. As you're going into fifth dimensional energy, it's all there. It's like picking a freaking apple from a tree. But you got to find the apple tree first. Right? Gonna go pick a watermelon. Guess what? You got to find the watermelon patch first. How do you get there? By doing your work. Google Maps, watermelon patch. Google Maps, apple orchard. Same thing. With them. Hey, Kristen. Yeah. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. We use those things. Hell, I Google map everything before I leave my house. If I'm going on the other side of town for like allergy shots or a doctor's appointment or whatever. Not to go to Meijer, but yeah. Or Kroger. Yeah. Because I know how long it's going to take me to get 2 miles each way. That's as far as I go. Anything else? Google map it. Why? Because I don't want to go in the... I don't want to get stuck in something that I don't want to get stuck in. Yeah. I'm telling you, this technology is the same thing as our guides. And we'll ask Google all kinds of crazy stuff. Alexa, all kinds of crazy stuff. Yeah. But you want to ask them? I don't know, it sounds stupid. Okay. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Yeah. See? Because you are going to listen to them anyway when it starts going into your head. And you go, oh, Spirit, you want me to do blah, 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 blah? Well, yeah. Oh, okay. Well, they can't do that until you allow them to bring you what you want by opening up that channel and keeping it open. And take care of yourself. Getting your sleep, eating the right food, drinking lots of water, not getting angry because it's no use, and you work that anger thing out of your body because it's energy that no longer serves. That's what Mercury retrograde is about, getting that energy out of your body that no longer serves. By triggering you again and again and again and again. My God, Spirit, I don't understand. Or maybe you don't say anything to them. You keep it inside. Why do I have to? Oh my God, I don't understand why I got to do this again. My boss is such a prick. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, well, guess what? Why is that person a prick to you? Because your energy's bad. Energy's bad. Can you walk into a room and change the energy? Of course you can. Do you choose to? No, I don't want to be seen. Well, good luck with that. Good luck with that. They'll keep you in 3D. Until 3D is gone and you go with it. Because it's going to happen, guys. Decade and a half, completely gone. Completely gone. Yeah. So it's very, very, very important that you do easy things to raise your vibration and to, again, talk out loud, do guided meditation 3 times a week. Use your YouTube for them to bring you things, videos, meditations, all kinds of information. I mean, hell, I was telling somebody just last Sunday, for that whole day, everything on YouTube that I looked at, I had not seen before. Card readers and conversations and oracles and all kinds of different things. I was fascinated by that because they all said the same thing. Everyone said the same thing about me. And it gives you a boost up when you know they're talking about you because you know the energy that you're in and you believe you're on your way and you believe all the blockages are gone and you believe how they make you feel. Yeah. Possibly moving very soon. Okay with that. What's funny is next Tuesday, put new carpet in my apartment for the first time in 20 years. I actually convinced them to give me new carpet, but my rent went up $80 a month. So I'm pretty much paying for the carpet for the next person to live in this place, right? Pretty much. I have 20-year-old carpet that looks pretty freaking good because it gets cleaned every 3 months because I can't stand dirty carpet. And when they agreed, and Spirit said to me, just before we move. Funny, right? Yeah, it is funny. Been in here for 15 years, going on 16 years, and now they've agreed to change the carpet. What does that mean to you? To me, it means, well, they always change the carpet when somebody moves out. I'm the only apartment in this complex that still has original carpet. As I leave, 3D, the carpet goes. Going next Tuesday. Launch point? Probably so. Probably so. Okay? So, if you got to watch this video more than once, watch this video more than once. Okay? Take notes. Whatever works for you, do not blow it off. Please do not blow it off. I want everybody to be on point and to get where they got to go. If you need support, if you need structure, the only time I will say structure is in the memberships. You need to be called out. You need to be able to ask questions. Check out the memberships at billhobart.com. I'm telling you, they will get you from point A to point Z in a year and a half, maybe 2 years. Depends on where you're at in your belief system, what you believe to be true. But I've got there is miraculous. I think I have 27 people in memberships, and all of them are miraculous. What they have done with the memberships and for themselves, being in the group, being in my energy, things like that, boom, 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 boom. It blows my mind because I really don't think I did a whole lot, but I did, but them. Hey, Dan. Yeah, that's what it's about. So come over and join the memberships if you would like. we'd love to have you. Everything's on the website at billhobart.com. And also through the month of August, I'm keeping 30 minutes at $85 and 60 minutes at $115. Okay? It's there. If you guys want information now, there's plenty of appointments. Okay? I would love to talk to you. I'd love to do it on Facebook or Zoom or like Facebook Live or phone. It's fine. Okay? If you got questions, you know how to get in touch with me. If you want to know about the memberships, if you want to know about readings, whatever, yeah. I'm always around. Until, I know Tuesday I'll be off because I have to be here with the guys I've got to find a place to put my furniture. And that's going to be interesting. I don't know how they're going to do it, but I've got to do that on Monday. I'm going to take some stuff to the garage and things like that I can move, myself. So Tuesday I'll be off, but I'm available most of the week. I'm available all of the time. And I will say this, to the people in the memberships, because I put this on the private Facebook page, is the dates for the Zoom meetup may change. Because I don't know, I kind of sort of know what the future is going to be for the next 6 months. And I don't want anybody to get upset because, oh my gosh, Bill, you changed it to the next. Yeah, can't do that. We can't have that. Because things are going to change for all of us. Okay? So, need anything, let me know. I got an email from Spirit Channel TV that said that the channel's down at the moment or something like that, so it won't be available there, but you can find it on YouTube at Bill Hobart. Okay? Watch some other ones too. You'd be surprised at what we've talked about in the past 8 years. Okay? For sure. All right? So, namaste, everybody. You need something, let me know. And I'll see you next Thursday at 3 o'clock for Coach for the Soul. See you guys.